I
17's
like
legal.
Not in America.
Are you travelling to America?
Yeah,
He was in Glastonbury. I'm just saying.
Welcome to Would John Rather Accept.
Quack. Sorry,
What?
I pressed the quack button.
Oh, right, okay. Seeing
Sorry,
as we spoke about that before we started, so you're just making me have to write more things down. Thanks for that, brother.
You're welcome.
God. Welcome to Would John Rather, except it's not Would John Rather. One of the Johns is not here. John with an H is on holiday. We thought this would be depressing. But instead, we got my brother in, and it's going to be even better. Say hello, brother.
Hello, brother.
Say hello, John, who's still here.
Hello, John, who's still here.
And it's going to be so much better. There's going to be less of whatever John brings to the show and more of what my brother brings to the show. So,
No. We're switching awkward delayed puns for less awkward puns right here, right now.
that's what I said, wasn't it?
Yeah, I suppose so.
And less Googling.
Yeah.
Much less Googling.
We'll just have a lot of misinformation.
Who's that?
Who's what?
Misinformation. What's their first name?
You never know.
Ah. That was a very slow-boiling joke, and I liked it. Well done, brother. So, it's brother versus brother. This is the first time this has happened, is it not?
It is, as far as I'm aware, and I was trying to think of more questions to set you two like against each other, but I'm not. I want to be on the Christmas card list. Your mum doesn't like me already, so I can't fall out with both of them.
No, she likes you now after the other John threatened to beat her up.
Oh, okay.
She's got a John quota, and having both of you on it upsets the balance, so it's got a sway, so...
It's tipped in the other direction since we basically... I mean, to be fair, he didn't threaten to beat her up. We just put him in that situation, and he didn't have much of a choice. So, and she did say to me on the phone the other day, she does like it every time she's mentioned, so, hello, Mother, both of your boys are here. And also, so is Nathan.
Okay, shall we dive right in?
Let's dive right in.
Okay, would you rather be the favourite or the black sheep of the family?
Well, this is difficult because I'm both.
You can't see how much I'm grinning.
Black sheep. I'm going to go with that one, and then I'm going to let Matt quickly explain how he likes to be the favourite.
Well, mostly because I'm racist.
What?
Oh.
No, we'll cut that out.
See, Nathan, these are bits you don't hear.
Well, I mean, it's good to be the favourite. You can get away with anything. I mean, for example, when
I need a real life example of when you did something got away with it that your mum doesn't know about and she'll only find about right now on this podcast.
No, because I tell Mother nearly everything. But
you're such a mummy's boy.
Not a mummy's boy. I'm just not ashamed of anything I do. For example, if you're a potential employer of me or my brother, please stop listening here. For example, the time that me and my brother took pills, Mother found out about it. She wasn't very happy with Nathan. And then when she spoke to me about it, I explained the reasoning behind why we took pills, and everything was okay, because I'm the favourite. Care to...
Yes.
I'm not sure how that works.
No, I think that works actually in the favour of my argument. I got in trouble because I was the favourite. You got in trouble. You didn't get in trouble because you were the black sheep, and it was expected.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Which... It's low expectation,
high reward.
High reward. So
is that like the really cheesy comment? Oh, if you shoot for the moon and you miss, you still end up amongst the stars.
Which is bullshit because the moon is closer than the stars. You should shoot for the stars and hit the moon.
No, because you're still in the stars, but from a different perspective. On another planet, you're in the stars somewhere.
Well, I'm currently on the stars in your fucking argument.
You're meant to be on the moon.
Yeah, but
well out of range.
But depending on where the moon is in its orbit, depends on whether I'm closer to the moon or not, whether being on Earth.
I'm so lost. I'm
So
so
right,
lost.
he's somewhere in the stars.
Right, so Brian Cox is your stepdad. Where do we go from here?
Well, no, because he spells it with an X and we spell it. Nope, 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 nope. I'm not telling our listeners how to spell my surname.
I wasn't even referring to your surname. I was just trying to put an astronomy reference in to make you somehow talk about families.
What was the band that Brian Cox was in?
Graham Cox was in Blur.
Yeah, but Brian Cox was in...
If only we had Google.
Yeah, if only one of us used Google relentlessly.
Well, I know he was a musician before he was or at the same time. Do you know what I found out today, talking about musicians and science? The lead singer of Offspring, he
is a HIV cure. I want to say enthusiast. That's definitely not the right word.
He uses pretty much all of his money that he makes from being in Offspring, and he's used that to fund like his doctorate. That he is now a doctor and he has a PhD, and he's used all of that money to fund finding a cure for HIV.
Yeah, but he's personally trying to find a cure for it, isn't he? He's doing all the research himself.
Yeah. That's what I mean. He got his PhD, so he's officially a doctor, but now he uses all that money for his own research to try and find a cure for HIV. And you wouldn't think that
enthusiast isn't that far from the truth.
Yeah,
it's not the right word, but it's not completely the wrong one.
Oh,
if it was a HIV enthusiast.
Yeah, HIV enthusiast is the wrong term.
Yeah.
And yet, saying non-HIV enthusiast makes it sound like he doesn't like people that have the disease. So I think HIV enthusiast is the right phrase. So, brother, yeah.
I was going to say the Americans would put it in to like say, oh, he's got a passion to cure the disease. Because that's their cheesy taglines. They put everything. Everyone's got a passion for something.
Okay, so lead singer of, and we don't know his name because we're not allowed to Google, but the lead singer of The Offspring has a passion for HIV. We'll go back.
Passion for curing. Curing. You missed the really, really important word out of that sentence.
Oh, that sounds like the weird title or storyboard idea for an explosion.
No, that's the next album name. Passion for HIV, The Offspring, 2020. You wait.
Are they going to headline Download anytime soon?
No, well, next year is Download's 20th year, so I'm curious to see who's. There's a big argument online, not tonight, but at the moment, about whether it's going to be Rammstein or not. And I've never really listened to Rammstein before, I'll be honest, other than Du Hast, not a fucking clue. But their new album and some of the videos that come out are just amazing. But anyway, so we were talking about reminders.
Would you rather be the black sheep of the family or the favourite? And I don't know who picked which.
Well, I think Nathan and I picked the opposite ones of what we should have picked. So
I think I could have argued favourite quite well, but I didn't think you could, and I think you've proven that.
Wait, so I was favourite.
You were favourite.
Yeah, because I'd definitely rather be you. You're the favourite.
But it's
stunned silence hits Nathan.
Oh, I know. He didn't know what to say because he didn't know how to argue against it because he knows being the favourite's the best. I've always been the black sheep, whether it's just you and I or the rest of the family. I've always been the black sheep, and look at me now.
You're still, well, I don't know if you're the black sheep, but you're the most argumentative person I've met from your family.
You didn't have your family at the end of that sentence.
I was going to say your surname of your family, but I decided to not. No,
Nathan meant that I was the most argumentative person that you've met, period.
The fact that I sit down once a week and set aside my time to physically argue with you or against you, quite possibly. But there's a whole relationship with each other right now. Is we just either disagree or we both agree and then tell the other one that they're an idiot.
Yeah. Well, I think being the favourite is the best because being the favourite, people let you get away with it. Being the black sheep, people just assume that you're going to do it anyway. So even when you aren't going to do it, they've already assumed you won't. Whereas being the favourite, even if you do it, they go, well, he probably didn't mean that.
No, it's a lot more a lot more pressure to not mess up or not disappoint being the favourite. Whereas you can just carry on with your day, que sera, sera. The consequences don't really matter because
No, because I think
if everyone's fearing the worst, oh, he's done it again. When you do it,
sorry,
and
everything you're saying is giving me PTSD. Like I'm having flashbacks. Can you pick your words more carefully? Oh, he's done it again. Oh, my head.
it's a lot less pressure. It's you just get to do what you want when you want. Is someone panting?
Yeah, the dog.
Oh, I just assumed Tris was masturbating over the fact that you and I were arguing so hard. Oh, and he's come.
I'm very disappointed. You know what my cum voice is now.
I'm very disappointed my mum's going to listen to this.
Oh, this bit's rough.
You still don't squeal Billy Eilish when I do it.
Dog. My mother left feedback on my Facebook and said that the dog barking in the background didn't aid the listening experience, but the whimpering, however, did. So,
dog's part of life, I'm afraid. Shut up! God, what do you want? I know you want to go for a walk. I can't do it. I'm podcasting, which apparently is more important to some people.
Has she been for a walk?
Not yet.
Is that after the
She was supposed
podcasting?
to get walked midday, but it was too hot, so I think she just sort of like chilled out in the garden with the dog walker.
Oh, you have a dog walker?
Yeah, only comes twice a week.
Wow, that's a lot.
I'm married.
Sure. Yeah, that's why I said it's a lot. Go on then, John. We've argued about this enough. Pick a decision.
I've not really had an argument. You just shouted at each other.
Yeah, but that's
an argument.
That's the whole point of it. And you then pick a winner based on nothing that we've said or something we've said.
That's how you do it. Okay. I'll pick Black Sheep because that's what I am. I'm certainly not the favourite. So I'll pick the person that chose the same as me.
You're not the favourite. I've met your brother.
Yes, and the fact that he's still allowed to be in existence and he's not been sent away and cast away like the stranger.
Put on a raft and cast out to sea.
Pretty much. In the Middle Ages, they'd have sent him away. Just like give him a loaf of bread and some onions and then said, right, just go. You can't be in the village anymore. You've brought too much shame upon your family.
And he'd have gone, oh, I don't care anyway because the Wi-Fi speed's not good enough. I feel bad.
I've heard leprosy's really cool. I'm going to go see what that's about.
Anyway, Nathan, you've not met Duncan, but he's lovely.
No, he's not.
Well, I don't know if he listens. I was trying to be nice, but he's...
No, because that requires doing something nice for someone else, which would be supporting our podcast. And God knows he didn't have more than 20 minutes one day when he was doing nothing but sitting in his pants playing Skyrim.
He's very much... Nathan, you think I'm a nerd. He is the nerd that looks down on people like me. Well, in fact, John, you know what? Tell him your story about the D&D conversation, and we will broadcast this for everyone to hear. Nathan, you think that the fact that so I played D&D online with John and a few other people. I've never been the Dungeon Master before. They've never played it before, and we're just having fun. John got the Dungeons and Dragons itch because it's actually a lot cooler and more fun than most people think. And anyone who's listening who thinks I'm a nerd, fuck you.
Wait. I just want to address one thing. It is not as cool as Matt is making it sound. I like roleplay because I did drama at school and I don't get to do it anymore. I know it's so uncool, but it's what I like.
It's really cool. It's really cool.
It's really not cool.
No,
it's not cool.
Nerds are cool these days. Anyway, go on.
So I got a bit of a D&D itch. I had an idea for a character where it's going to be a barbarian, so it would be some black metal guitarist from the Middle Ages, and they'd be equally kick-ass as well as play music. And the whole idea of it is the guy that runs the show says yes and, or no but, and then creates a story out of it. I suggested this idea to my brother, and he just outright said no. I went, oh, but what about this avenue? No. Okay, I understand it's going to be hard work creating something that's you're not familiar with. No. I was like, oh, okay, because it wasn't his idea, and it's not the meta way to play the game, so you're not going to have the best stats in anything. He just said no, because it's not what he would do, because it's not the most efficient way to play the character.
Okay.
Carry on.
Question 2?
Question
No,
2.
before question 2, brother, you're new to it. You wouldn't understand. So, it's suggestion of the week time. Suggestion of the week.
Are we going to get like actual music for it?
Never.
Or are you going to do that every week?
I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that as often as I can. I think I've forgotten since the first time we did it, but brother,
What are the variants on suggestion of the week? Like
there are none. It's just make a suggestion. Of something. So it's on you, obviously, is the fact that you're filling in for John, who didn't have enough time for us.
I do have something. I would like, preferably Elon Musk, because he does seem to be the guy. I want testicle protection for llamas.
Why?
I've read, just heard that line in my head again. It is a very weird sentence.
Just a bit.
I read an Uber fact earlier that male llamas during mating season bite testicles off other male llamas to keep the competition easy.
Whoa!
Wow!
Which is so hardcore. Like you look at llamas and go, "Oh, they're cute," and then realise they're not chewing on grass. It's Norman's testicle. I read that earlier and went, "Oh, they don't seem so cute anymore."
Yeah.
Thank you, Nathan. You've just ruined llamas for me.
Yeah. How's your llama standing up now, John? After a few weeks ago.
Oh no, wait. No, it was an alpaca. Llamas are the angry ones with the underbite. Alpacas are the cute ones.
Okay, that's fine.
So that's fine. That's more along the lines of what I believe.
Okay,
because llamas are assholes.
I'm with Nathan. I don't think Elon Musk's the person to speak to. I think anybody, everywhere,
Steve Irwin's kids
should create this. It's probably some sort of chain mail or plastic mail now that we've got 3D printers, scrotum protectors.
3D printed llama cup.
3D printed chainmail llama cups, and actually let's get it for all species and all people, because I wouldn't mind having like just an extra layer of protection, because it's been a while since I've been hitting nads, but that means I'm just
probably not gonna hurt any less.
Yeah, but that means I'm due one. Do you know what I mean? I'm due a knock.
I'm just gonna drive to Liverpool and make it happen.
Just thinking now, llamas with hats makes a lot more sense.
Carl. Anyway, John, question 2.
Would you rather round table or square table?
Round table.
I will open the door up to rectangular table if you so desire for more seating.
That is square-esque. So, no, round table. Everyone gets to see each other equally, and it's easier to play poker, and you can fit more people around it. It depends on...
No, you have less space. You have less space.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
Of course you don't.
You have to share more of your vicinity with people. And also, all your feet under the table just get mingled up because they're all pointing into the exact same position. If you're sat on a square table, everyone knows, move them slightly. You can cross over because it's opposites.
Yeah, what about the corner? What about the corners, brother? Where you've got elbow to elbow, and you're like, "Oh, sorry, sorry, that was your bread. I didn't mean to drink your wine."
Yeah. No, you've got corners. You've got a clear, defined line to separate out. What you got on your round table?
Right, flip that table upside down and look at it. How the legs will fall. On the corner, you've got a crossover of legs. And they're an exact crossover of legs. It would look like a tic-tac-toe table. In a circle, everyone knows you've got your little pyramid sorted.
No, wrong.
This is so brilliant.
No, right. Tell
This
me
is possibly
why.
the worst
you
question
have-
I've ever asked, and you're so angry about it already.
You have less space in the middle because everyone's trying to gain a little bit more space
You have
because
more space in the middle.
no, because you've got your little triangle, so you've got a little bit of space for your arms, and then you've got to have. I'm assuming I'm going with the scenario of like having dinner. How many people go to the restaurant and go, yes, I want a really awkward table right in the middle that's round. No one can get around it because there's only ever like one or two round tables in a restaurant. Everyone else is conformed in an easy to work pattern.
No. You're wrong.
Yeah, no,
You're wrong
because-
now. Right, get back to programming your electrics, boy, because I deal with table plans for a living. The only reason that we put square tables in is because we can fit more people in and therefore make more money. Round tables are more comfortable. Square tables you can fit more people in. So it depends where you're sitting at. But round tables are more comfortable.
Wait. Go back to that. You can fit more people on square tables, and they have more space.
No, not they can have more space. You can fit more people on. Doesn't mean they have more space. Because round tables,
So
you put less
no, but
tables in. Round tables mean
that's
you
what
put
you're
less
saying,
tables in. Round tables mean you put less tables in, and therefore you have more space.
okay, in one room, on the floor, you're putting a table that takes up 4 square tiles. Both tables, a round table and a square table, on the floor space take up the same amount of room. If I'm sat on a square table with people on that same size table, I'll have more space than you will on your round one.
Nah.
Yes.
No.
Yes, because you lose the corners.
Yeah, but the corners aren't actually space. They're fake space.
They're elbow room.
Fake truths.
Yeah, that both people have got to put their elbows on. I say, right, brother. Would you rather have the aisle seat in an airplane or the middle seat? You've got 2 armrests though on the middle seat. You got 2 armrests.
No, you know. This is a different question altogether.
No. You got 2 armrests on the middle seat, brother.
No, you haven't.
Well, that's what you're
You've got
saying.
2. No, it's not. I'm saying
You've got
this
a corner.
is not the same.
The corner is occupied by 2 people. The armrest in the middle seat
Judge's rule.
by 2 people.
Judge's rule. Aircraft seats are not the same as table and chairs. And the hellhound agrees as well.
But the corner, you have.
Matthew, Judge's rule, move on.
No, I know. Okay, fine. So he's not allowed to bring up the corner anymore either. And if we don't bring up the corner, therefore, if there's no corners, what does that make it? A circle. Circles win. Round tables. Next question.
No, you've said yourself. Say it's in a restaurant, a round table. If you're sat on that round table because you're saying you get more space, which you don't, you're then also take up more space, but you don't get more space. You're just stuck out in an awkward position. You also cause more problems for everyone else and yourself.
How do you make more problems for yourself?
If you want to go to the bathroom, if with kids trying to get them out and away from someone on a round table in the middle of a load of square tables, which you've said yourself is what you do in pretty much all restaurants, it's a pain in the arse.
I don't understand how. Because a square table would also be a booth. How'd you get out of the booth?
Oh, be careful, because I was just about to shout booths win. I like a booth.
Well, exactly. You've got a nice enclosed space that's all to yourself.
Yeah, and you just said it's easier to get out of a square table, but a booth is a square table, and the kids at the far end. Now you've got to get everyone out. Round table. I just pull out my chair and I'm away. Quick, easy escape. It's all very nice.
You've blocked the exit routes for all the square tables around you. You've made it very difficult for everyone around you.
You're making a lot of assumptions. It depends on how that's set up. Round table.
I picked booth to win because booths are amazing, especially with kids, because you just have the 2 adults sat on either end and you lock the kids inside the booth. Then the carnage is contained.
That's very thoughtful. I was going to say square tables win, because I've been at a few weddings and they've all gone round tables, which is nice. But at the end of the night, it's impossible to navigate your way through because all the people like leisurely put their chairs back, and they always do it at the narrowest points, so they make choke points, and then it becomes this crazy, horrible maze. Yes. They need to navigate like round 3 tables because people have gone back to back, whereas when you've got square tables, you end up with corridors, and people are more mindful of it.
So surely, right with you. Yeah. Round tables are better for the guest. Square tables are better for everyone else. And I'm with that. But what was the question originally?
Square or round table?
Oh, okay. So, yeah, no, I'll
try to turn that then.
I'll agree with that because, yeah, round tables are better for the guest, but square tables are better for everyone else, especially people like me who have to set up the fucking things. So that's fair enough. I will accept defeat.
Well, it's not about whether you're choosing your acceptance defeat, because it's happened now. Judges' rules.
All right, judges' rules.
I've had to use it twice in one episode. You lot have been really uncontrollable and rowdy.
Unruly,
that's the one.
Okay, so gentlemen, just before we go on to question 3, today, when this show goes live, it's my girlfriend's birthday, Lauren, who you've all met, listeners. You've heard her. Say hello. Thank you very much. But I've sent Nathan and John pictures because she wanted a cake in the shape of our new cat. And I said no, so I made her cookies instead. And I made little cookies and one big cookie. And I have just sent them pictures of it. So if you would care to look at them, and we can audibly hear your reactions and how bad they are.
Oh wow.
Oh wow. I'm really not sure what that is.
What are the 3 on the big cookie? What are the 3 things in the middle? Because your cat got 3 nostrils.
They're meant to be his nose. Because
why has he got 3 nostrils?
Well, no, because I bought dark chocolate, as you can kind of see, and apparently it's pretty much the same colour as milk chocolate when it's melted. So I was like, oh shit.
He's done his nose upside down.
Yeah,
the small ones look like one of the Muppets.
They look like 2D TV.
I can't. There's a character in my head. I can't think of who it is, but it really looks like one of the Muppets.
Yeah, and to be fair, the picture that you're seeing, don't worry, listeners, I'll post it to the Twitter if any of you care. It's really familiar, but I took a picture of the best one. And
that's the best one.
Yeah. She hasn't seen the picture of the big one, because the funny story is I ordered a cookie cutter because I thought it would be helpful, because I said I'm not baking her a cake because I baked her 2 last year, and she was like, oh, but I thought you might make me a cake, a cat-shaped cake, and I was like, not a fucking chance. I went, oh, I'll bet you some cat-shaped shortbread and be a nice surprise. And then woke up today and went, shit, today's the only chance I'm going to get to do it in secret because of work. So I did it, and when the package came with the cookie cutter that I'd ordered, I went, oh, shit. And she went, what's that? And I went, oh, it's just something from work, which, funnily enough, she believed, even though I was quitting, but it made sense. So today I opened it. I thought I'd ordered 3.5 by 2.5 inches. No, I'd ordered 3.5 by 2.5 centimetres, and it was the smallest cookie cutter you've ever fucking seen, so I had to make...
These look like... Have you seen the clip online of the guy that gets the Angelina Jolie tattoo on his arm?
No.
Is it like the Cristiano Ronaldo statue?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that one I know.
Oh.
Yeah. But so, rather than... Because she's on a sleep tonight when we're recording, and when she gets home tomorrow, because obviously I don't want to go stale, I'm not going to give them to her on Monday on her birthday, because they'll be stale. So I was like, you know what? I want to see a reaction, because they're fucking awful. So
Haunting is the word I'd use.
I video called her and showed her, and she was really like, oh my god, they're amazing. And I was like, yeah, they're fucking not. But she
cares about your feelings, unlike us.
No, she appreciated the sentiment, because, like, I bought I bought, how shit is this? I bought 3 big bags of Smarties because he's got big blue eyes. I managed to make 16 fucking cat cookies because there was only 32 blue Smarties in 3 big bags. That's bullshit.
And now you've got loads of Smarties that you're not going to eat.
Well, I am going to eat, but
Eventually. Should we roll on to question number 3 now? We've unfortunately degraded your cooking ability.
It's not my cooking ability, it's my decorating ability, which I am the first person to admit, hence why I sent you those pictures, is fucking awful. The picture I sent you of my cat is how I pictured it would look in my head. And
Wow.
check out the Twitter for to see.
Okay, so question number 3 is a question that I thought I'd use a lot sooner than now, but I realised that John would be massively politically correct and not give me a proper answer or fight. So, would you rather women ruled the world or everyone was a hermaphrodite?
I'm unsure what that means.
I was going to say, am I being stupid for not being 100% on the definition of hermaphrodite?
Hermaphrodite means
Everyone's
they've got
got
both
both bits.
sexual organs. So repeat the question.
Would you rather that women ruled the world or everyone was a hermaphrodite?
I'm going to go with hermaphrodite.
I'm going to go women rule the world. Because I don't really think it matters.
I'm imagining when I ask this question, we're talking about like 50s America, where people used to hire women on the size of their boobs to be the secretary. So just imagine.
Whoa! Let's just stop.
Thing being turned around
Let's just stop for a second. That is how you're supposed to hire a secretary, right?
See, this is what John wouldn't have done.
No, this is what John would have done, but not admitted to.
Is it at the point where he can hire a secretary yet?
I was going to ask that. Is it at the point where he's just trying to keep it all a secret?
Definitely. No, 100% I'd rather women rule the world, because I like them to see how difficult it is for every one else that's had to do it. It's very easy to shit in a glass house.
I'm not sure that's a saying.
Yeah, it is.
Since when?
Very, very easy, but I'd like to give them the opportunity to realise it's not as easy as they think it is. Or
can you please just explain shitting in a glass house to me?
It's like an opinion. You can do it in private, but once everyone can see it, all of a sudden it's not quite so clever.
Oh, I thought you like combined two things together.
Said...
Like, where does the bear shit in the woods, or kids in glass houses shouldn't throw stones? I thought you combined those two together.
I did, and then I came up with a reason for it.
Which is a lie. It's just nonsense.
And it is the opposite to the statement you made, surely.
Go on.
You said everyone can shit in a glass house.
Yeah, everyone can shit in a glass house.
But everyone can see, which you said it's harder to do when everyone's watching.
Yeah, so
everyone can shit in a normal house, but not everyone can shit in a glass house when everyone's watching.
Yeah, so by women suddenly being in charge, men have been in charge for a long time. Everyone.
So what you're saying is,
how about rather than challenging me, you actually listen to my reasoning behind it before asking me a question, and then when I start to answer, you challenge it before I give my reason for it. Shall we give that a go?
Okay, Nathan. Let's let Matt talk about his Cleveland steamer obsession.
Okay, go forth.
Everyone can shit in a glass house. Men have been shitting in a glass house for years. Everyone's been watching everything they do. Every little straining piece of shit coming out of them, everyone knows about, and everyone criticises. I agree, women should be in charge, because everyone thinks women will do a better job because we've never seen them shit. Let's put them in the spotlight, them in the glass house, and let's just see how well they do. Let's just look at, for example, Theresa May. Spotlight, all of a sudden, oh no, everything's not going as well as it should do. No, I'm actually one of the few people who's on Theresa May's sides. I think everyone used her as a scapegoat, but that's not the point. Let's have 50 years of women in charge, and let's see. Well, we won't see. Obviously, we'll all be fucking dead. But let's just see how well things go. I think it's very easy to blame one whole demographic that's been in charge for a long time for all of the problems when another demographic wants control. Let's give them the chance to prove themselves. And either one or two things is going to happen. Either yes, women are better, or B, oh shit, it's harder than it looks. Because I don't really see a lose there. Either they're going to be eating their own shit, or B, they're better at it, so let's let them continue doing it. I don't really see the issue with that. Next question.
No, you're on a double lose there.
How? I see that as a win-win.
No, you either prove your point and you've just put up with 50 years of shit, or you're right or they do it better, and then you've got to eat humble pie and go, yeah, women are better, I thought they were worse. That's your point. Whereas if everyone had both bits, we're all equal, we straight away solve one of the inequalities and we bring a united front to at least the sexism problem.
Well, you say the sexism problem, but currently we've got men as women, women as men, men as women that don't want to be called women. They still want to be called men even though they're a woman.
That also solves that problem as well, because everyone is just
brother. Don't you have children that are in bed? Let's keep our voices down.
We still have.
No need to shout.
You stop me because you know I'm right.
I wasn't listening, to be fair.
If everyone...
Isn't that the truth?
Welcome to politics.
I want the House Speaker order. That voice. Who's that?
Order.
That's the one.
That's meant to be John.
Yeah, if everyone is an actual equal, then it doesn't matter whether it's male at the top, female at the top.
But everyone will never be an equal. So you say we've got hermaphrodites, then all of a sudden we've got an issue with blacks and whites, and then we've got blacks and whites, and then we've got young versus old. You're never going to fix it unless everyone is a 30-year-old, skin in the middle, male, female, like all interested in the same thing. Like even if you broke it down, eventually you're going to have an issue because differences is what separates people, and people want to be different. Look at fucking...
They do.
What are they called? The ones that wear the glasses and don't wear socks. What's the word?
Nerds?
No. Hipsters. Look at hipsters. They want to be different. Everyone wants to be different. That's why feminism exists.
No, that's not why it exists at all.
It's 100% why feminism exists.
No. Feminism does not exist because everyone wants to be different. It's so everyone can be treated the same and have the same dignity and respect and privileges in the workplace as everyone else.
Disagree. New age feminism isn't equality. It's
superiority.
It's getting above what everyone else has.
We've been treated worse.
What Matt's wanting is you can have everything plus more, so we are now better, because that's what he's saying he wants in his argument.
We've been treated worse for years. We've been treated worse for years, so therefore we deserve to be treated better for the next 50 years. That is what New Age feminism is all about, which not many want, but the ones that do want it unfortunately, and this is, if anybody listens to this podcast and anybody listens to anything I have to say, listen to this: idiots shout louder. They're the ones that get heard. That's the reason that people think different about Muslims and people think different about women's rights and everything. Idiots shout louder. That 1% are the idiots that apparently get heard, because 99% of humanity all want the same thing: peace and love and equality, and the other 1% are the ones that get written about because that sells. Fuck that.
And going off the back of that, Matt's argument is funding his problem, so hermaphrodites win.
Yeah.
But I love women. Drinks all around.
You only say that in Hooters.
No, it's a quote from the first Pirates of the Caribbean film. Jack Sparrow. I love women. Drinks all around.
I don't remember that line.
So the most memorable bit from the first Pirates of the Caribbean film is where Jack's walking down the dock and he gets slapped by a woman. And he's I didn't deserve that. And then the next one comes up and he's like, hey, and she slaps him and he goes, yeah, I probably did deserve that one.
Yeah.
The most memorable bit is the disinclined to acquiesce your request bit with the dress.
Yes.
Wait.
Parlay.
Parlay. Oh, yes, parlay. And where he's chasing after his eyeball.
I love
That
women.
looks good.
Drinks all around. Anyway, John, I think we forgot what we were arguing about. And my brother's already won this episode, so I'm not too fussed what's going to happen next.
It's you and me, we're going to fight to the death.
Well, that's next episode, but next you kind of need to call it.
Yeah, you fought for New Age feminism, but at the same time you said, actually, if everyone's equal and everyone's respectful, then we don't need it. So you did put nails in your own coffin there. So hermaphrodites win. We should all be like slugs.
You heard that, folks? John just admitted that women aren't as good as hermaphrodites, let alone as good as men. John said that, not me. John said that, not me. And normally I would say that these were John's and I've not been. But these have not been Matt's. And I have been. We'll see you soon.
That's if I don't get killed by a murderous bunch of New Age feminists.
Oh, I imagine towards the end of the episode. Oh no. Oh, bullshit.
Have you just looked at your cat cookies again?
They're awful, aren't they?
John doesn't eat something. We want somebody to it, where everybody does a